Many people ask, how come this flower grew up in this muddy pond so beautifully? That's where the flower explained, the lotus explained, it is not the mud that makes me grow beautifully. It is my own nature that helps me to become what I am. This story also gives us a good reminder that our circumstances, our problems does not define who we are, our character. It's our own nature, our own characteristic help us to rise above all the negativity, all the problems, and help us to grow, bloom as beautifully as the flower does. Whenever something changes in our life, and it's a big change in your life, it is going to feel like that for some time because now you are not living in your parents' house. So that disconnection is started to happen, physical disconnection, and now you are not fully settled in your in-laws or husband's house, so you don't feel fully connected there as well. So it is very normal to feel. Yes, you communicate and explain it to him that when we're spending time together, just two of us, we are not ignoring our family. We are just taking few moments, hours, just to be more connected towards each other. And then when we're there, when the bond is strong, and when we come back to the family, we can spread that same strong bond with everybody else, and the family will even grow more faster. Namaskaram. My name is Vaibhav, and I welcome you to the ninth episode of the podcast, There is Always a Solution. Today, I want to start our podcast with the story of a lotus flower. That flower that bloomed into a beautiful flower in a muddy pond, and its roots are deep into this dirty sand. Leaves are touched by all this dirty water. Yet, the petals of the flower are beautiful, white, glowing, blooming, and having a great fragrance. Many people ask, how come this flower grew up in this muddy pond so beautifully? That's where the flower explained, the lotus explained, it is not the mud that makes me grow beautifully. It is my own nature that helps me to become what I am. This story also gives us a good reminder that our circumstances, our problems does not define who we are, our character. It's our own nature, our own characteristic help us to rise above all the negativity, all the problems, and help us to grow, bloom as beautifully as the flower does. So make sure that don't define yourself with these circumstances you go through. Don't put yourself down. You become your own motivation. Remind yourself that you can come out above every problem, every circumstances, because you are just like lotus, and you have this understanding and believe in yourself. You will grow very well. You will bloom very fast, and everybody will appreciate your beauty that you carry within you. With that understanding, we're going to begin our podcast. The first question. This question is again, the story and the questions are very similar or relate with each other. That's what I try to explain these stories. So the question is, I have recently gotten married, and neither does my parents' house nor my in-laws' house feel like my own. I feel totally lost, and it feels like I'm living in my husband's house and not my own. What should I do? Let me read it again. I've recently gotten married, and neither does my parents' house nor in my in-laws feel like my own house. I feel totally lost, and it feels like I am just living in my husband's house and not my own. What should I do? As you said, you recently got married. It is a new experience. And with my own experience, with hearing from people about these particular experiences, it is very, very normal. Whenever something changes in our life, and it's a big change, it's a big leap in your life, it is going to feel like that for some time. And it is very normal. You don't need to let yourself become more, frustrated because of that. It is very, very normal to feel because now you are not living in your parents' house. So that disconnection is started to happen, physical disconnection. And now you are not fully settled in your in-laws or husband's house. So you don't feel fully connected there as well. So it is very normal to feel. Give yourself some time. I would say 6 months. You will be fine. Now, what you have to understand, mentally make yourself clear, because our society have created this system where it's better now, but olden times that a woman is somebody else's property. I don't know why it was like that, but that concept, we don't speak about it. In some people's head is still there, and I'm sure it's somewhere there in your head too. But remember, your parents' house is always going to be your house. You just Now you have two houses. Let's take it that way, right? Your husband or in-laws house is also your house. For me, I feel women are such a blessings for, or feminine energy, such a blessing for any house. They are the one who can keep these two houses together. Your parents' house and your in-laws' house. You are the only glue who can keep this family together, both the families. Man cannot do that because they don't have that. I don't know whether should I call it DNA, but God has made women more amazing creature in this planet. They are the one, for me, I feel they are the seed of every family. With that seed, the tree can grow, which can be a family tree. And from that tree, the more fruits can come, and each fruit will have its own seed. And that seed again is a feminine seed according to my own perspective, because that seed will go to a different land, different area, and going to grow another tree. So women are the most amazing. You are one of them because you are a woman. And make sure that you allow yourself to settle down. Don't rush into it. Take your time. There is no rush. It is your right to take your time because it is a huge change, right? But remember, this is your house. Both are your houses. So when you go to your parents' house, start explaining yourself, right? A lot of time we hear a lot of stories, information from other people, and you start, judging our own life according to other people's understanding and experience. I always say, focus on yourself. Your journey is going to be different from anybody else. Even if you lived with your sister, the journey is going to be completely different. Your journey is going to be different from your mother. Your mother had different experiences. Your sister will have different experience. You will have different experience. Go spontaneous. Allow yourself to settle down, right? You are the one who's going to build the house. I always say, if there are only men in the house, that is just a house. And in that house, one feminine energy comes in, that house becomes a home. So with you coming in, what you're bringing in is the culture of your own family. Now you will understand the culture of the new family, and you will become a great blend, and you'll create a new culture. You have that power. You're going to do that. I know. Even when you don't want to do that, that is in your nature. Inbuilt, the feminine nature is like that. Creates. You guys create, right? So allow yourself to settle down, allow yourself to feel comfortable. And it's not of the house. The house cannot make you feel comfortable. You need to make yourself comfortable. I always say, this is where we live. We don't live in these four walls. We live here. The mind is here. The emotions are here. The feelings are here. You live here. Make yourself comfortable in your house. Properties will go away. Tomorrow, you may decide to change your house or buy a new house. When you go to a new house, you may feel a little unsettled initially, but then eventually you're going to get settled. So these things will keep changing. The external material stuff keep changing. The internal stuff, just like lotus. Don't let your internal beauty get disturbed or distracted just because of the surroundings you are in. Let your beauty come out naturally for yourself and for others to discover and feel great about your presence in their presence. So it is very normal. Take your time and enjoy this moment. Enjoy this time. This time is not going to come back again. And later on, you may miss this. Oh, you know what? That freshness of this relationship, the freshness of coming into the house was amazing. Now I feel, it's a regular thing, everyday thing. So allow yourself to go through this journey, which is going to take you up and down, but eventually going to build your character, the character which makes you more stronger, the character which helps you to create more in life. You are the creator, co-creator. You are that seed which brings more life in on this planet, and you are that glue which keeps the family together. So give yourself time, enjoy your time, and be honest to yourself and people around you. Right? You don't have to switch. We are not machines. Give yourself time and enjoy your time. Now we're going to move to the next question. If you have any other question or follow-up question, please send me the question. Or if you have anything to share with me, please share, and we'll discuss this on the podcast. But for now, we're going to move to the next question. All right. Now we're going to talk about the second question. The question is, how do I get separate time with my partner? I live in a joint family. Every time I make a plan with my husband, he includes everyone else in the household to join us everywhere we go. I love the family, but I wish we would make plans once in a while with just two of us, as we used to do before marriage. What can I do in this situation? I'm going to repeat that again. How do I get separate time with my partner? I live in a joint family. Every time I make a plan with my husband, he includes everyone else in the household to join us everywhere we go. I love the family, but I wish we would make plans once in a while with just two, as we used to do before marriage. What can I do in this situation? I can understand. And I do agree that two of you need a separate time that helps you to build a strong bond. When you are with a lot of people, your mind is occupied at so many places, because you have to make sure that everybody is on the same page, or everyone feeling good, everyone is enjoying. And in that bargain, you sometimes miss the connection between these, like two partners you mentioned. It is very important. Now I want to talk about two things in this. One, even when you're with family, you can build that strong bond between each other. And how? Having the same goal. What is the goal? You are a team, right? You two are a team. And then you have an extension of which is a family. So if two of you have the same understanding, goal, good communication, then definitely everybody else will not feel apart from you. They will feel part of you. Right now, a lot of people feel family time, my time, husband time, kid time. We have divided ourselves in so many blocks. And today's time, I don't know, it's difficult because we have only 24 hours. Then you have to do your work. Then you have to do your personal activities. There's so many things we want to do in 24 hours. By dividing and blocking in blocks, it is going to be very difficult. I like to do is keep everyone together. And while everyone together can have our own time, yes, I'm having my own time, because internally my attention is towards myself always, all the time, while I'm being aware of everybody else. Same thing, you know, you are in a family, but your one eye is always on your husband or on your wife. That is what the connection should continue. You want to spend time with each other. This is how you're spending time. You're observing their act, and you passing your comments to them. You're sharing your experiences. You're flirting with them in a nicer way. It's important in a relationship to have that little flirt going on, little communication, the smile going on. Keep passing smile, and then now comes to the point what you were saying. Your own time. Communicate. You need to communicate, and I'm sure you must have communicated to your husband that I want our own separate time. Make him understand. Keep communicating. Don't get blocked by if he's not responding as quickly as you want him to, because understand, he may feel, he may feel little guilt that if he's not involving, he may feel that, oh, he's just only going away from the family. Because you know how men brain work and how the society, if a guy is listening to the mother, he's been called mama's boy. If the guy is listening to the wife, he's been called another name. So it's not easy for everybody, but with communication, with understanding, we can find a solution. The solution is, yes, you communicate and explain it to him that when we're spending time together, just two of us, we are not ignoring our family. We are just taking few moments, hours, just to be more connected towards each other. And then when we're there, when the bond is strong, and when we come back to the family, we can spread that same strong bond with everybody else. And the family will even grow more faster, more closer, more stronger. So communicate. Now, communication with your husband is important. With your wife is important. Also communication with your family. Sometimes family don't understand. They feel that, oh, my son is going away from me or the daughter is going. Explain it to them. We love the family. We want to be together. But to be together, there are times where we want to spend time with each other also, so that we don't lose the connection. Just understand, you want to be with the family, but two of you don't have a good bond. Will this family last for long? I don't think so. So family will not last long if, remember the previous podcast spoke about the tree, that the branch, no, not the branch, the trunk of the tree. You guys are the trunk of the tree. So if the trunk is strong, the family can grow. So the time spending together is very important. 1 hour, 2 hour, whatever. But it should not be that you always neglecting. And I'm sure you're not the one who's going to do that. But you need to find balance. You need to explain to your partner that it is important for us to understand, spend time with each other, whichever way, which a common entertainment thing which you like, walking on the park or whatever. You can find ways. Start small. Go with 10 minutes, then 20 minutes, then 1 hour. Let everybody get used to this. And everyone should get used to this, because eventually you're the one who's going to take care of everything else. Family goes away. Once your kid grow, they're going to go on their path. Your parents will go on their own path, and you will be both together. I would say stuck together. So if you don't have a good bond, then you'll find again difficulty. So make sure that you find a way, find a solution, communicate, and don't give up on this point. It is very important. And as you said, as I previously said, women are the glue. You are the glue. Make this happen, because if you are not happy or the partner is not happy together, then the family is of no use. Family cannot stay strong. So to make their family strong, work on this, make it happen, find a solution. May start small. Maybe start finding time in the home. Not home, go outside. Do something. Let's say maybe he likes gardening. Start finding time in gardening. From his interest, bring him to your interest. Or from your interest, go to his interest. Figure things out and make it possible. There's always a solution. And I know that the thought is very good. The time is needed between two partners. So make it happen. Make it happen for yourself. Make it happen for the family. Make it happen for the growth of both the partners and the family. Right? If you have any follow-up question, please send it to me, and I will be happy to answer these questions again. With this, we're going to wrap up our podcast. Please follow me on Instagram, Vaibhav Parashar 19. Watch this podcast on Spotify. You can hear it on Spotify, on YouTube. Send me your questions on Google Drive, or there is a form on my Instagram post. You can send me a question on that, and I will be happy to answer. Please share my podcast. Please share my information with others. It may help somebody, or we may get some help from somebody else. Maybe they'll bring some new perspective. So let's together make this world a beautiful place, and together let's find solutions, because there is always a solution. Take care of yourself and have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead. Om Shanti.